like yesterday, when they were trying to do some patches while people were still on. That might have not been the best idea. Just putting it out there.
Well, you prefer the server to go down?
Well, yeah, kind of. I at that point I kind of did. Because
it was bad.
Yeah, me and my friends were just like, oh, we can't fight through this. So we just got off for a bit.
Yeah, I think there was actually a reason they were doing it live on the server, but I'm not really certain. I wasn't talking to Alex at the time. He's the server guy.
I think I'd rather have a server go down for about 15 minutes to an hour or 2 hours than rather try and sitting through lag that bad.
Yeah, they probably misthought how bad it would be to take one of the servers offline.
It didn't help that I was experimenting with the gun loadout. I was like,
at the same time, yeah.
Seems legit.
Have you guys messed around at all with the harpoon? Speaking of gun loadouts,
I haven't tried the harpoon in battle yet. No.
Harpoon is hilarious. Hilarious.
Speaking of weapons, I've noticed that on your weapon concepts, there's a Tesla cannon.
There is a Tesla cannon, yeah. There's also a laser beam.
Nice.
There's also the optical laser, which uses sunlight. I don't know how that's going to work in the nighttime map, but let's just not think about it.
I don't know how that's going to work with the blue
it's solar
way of
powered.
the sun.
It's solar powered.
It's solar powered.
You leave it out during the day, and it's fine during night.
Stores up sunlight.
Only for 3 charges though. Only 3 shots. That's it.
But yeah, there are some new weapons coming. This test has the first flamethrower. Finally, there's a medium flamethrower also, just much bigger.
Yeah, we're not fans of the flamethrowers.
No,
I don't like being that close.
Some people like getting real in and dirty.
Yeah, I could see how it'd work on the squids and the lighter ships, but these like the junker and the galleon.
Yeah, you probably don't want so many. There's better options for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely for the smaller ships. Yeah, we'll probably see an increase also in fire damage over time. That got reduced a little too far, I think.
Yeah, I've had times where they're working up front, and then I'm just got to fire on the balloon back here.
Yeah,
keep it
let it go.
warm.
I like the lighting effects you get off the fire. That's how you know you're on fire.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, it's very bright all of a sudden. Oh crap.
Now I noticed that since from this latest beta update, y'all took damage out of the sandstorms. What was your reasoning for that?
I think that's temporary for the moment.
It's temporary.
Yeah.
'Cause I did like that. I kind of did like that, you know.
No, I think there's a bug issue with the sandstorms.
Yeah, so it's just out temporary.
Yeah, that'll be back. There's also lightning storms coming soon. Speaking of fun places not to fly your ship into.
So there's going to be weather. Huh?
Well, there'll be localized weather. Yeah.
I used to go storm clouds.
Yeah.
Now, do y'all have a map? Do y'all plan on having a map where it's just like a heavy torrential downpour and it affects the steering, like the wind and the rain affects the steering of the ship?
We have that. We've considered that. There's not one designed at the moment. Like I said, I think the next map that I was told about is the nighttime raid map. Which is going to be like a really dark map with where the flares will be very important for lighting.
Actually, make the flare guns useful.
Yeah. Well, the flare gun is tricky. It is useful. It's just very hard to tell what it's doing, which is making it a nightmare to figure out how to balance it. But
which I think rather than having the flare gun as a ship weapon, I think it should be like a player weapon, just not like a weapon at all, just like a player can shoot it off the ship to light up the sky.
Yeah, that's something we're considering, and certainly. Yeah, I don't know that the ship flare gun is going to make it into the final version. But
yeah,
the idea of it is if you tag a ship with it, it does set things on fire.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
But most importantly, it gives you a huge damage boost to hitting them, and that's not really clear. Unless have they fixed the tooltip so it actually tells you how much it is? I don't know. haven't looked.
It tells you what they do, but I don't know. I mean,
I don't know
how
if the
accurate they'd
tooltip is
be.
bugged because you know, some of the damage on some of the items is just pretty crazy, and then others
Well,
it doesn't seem like it's worth
like,
it. For
very
instance, the Gatling gun, I believe, does way more damage than what it says on the tooltip.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah,
just
I
me.
don't know. I suspect the tooltips are not updated as balance changes have been happening, so they may be out of date or inaccurate. I haven't really messed with it too much. The Gatling gun is open card at the moment. There's no doubt about that.
Shush. No, it's not.
But yeah, the flare gun, as I understand it, it's supposed to be like a 25% or something like that damage boost to everything, and
Wow.
no matter what, as long as the enemy is in the area of the flare, you don't have to hit the ship with it, right? So you can like pop off a couple of those and just really open up on somebody.
Well, that would I think that would, you know, make people more inclined to use it if that was on the tooltip.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's
Yeah.
partially not knowing when a ship is being affected by a flare, and partially not really being able to see the direct impact of what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's pretty useful.
Are you gonna have like a separate icon like above a ship that's marked with a flare, or how do y'all plan to execute?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's still.
I don't have a
okay.
good answer for that. The flare gun is the weapon that needs the most work at the moment. It's just not used and not useful.
Well,
the harpoon is also questionable, but at least it's hilarious.
Yeah, I've been harpooned by a squid before. It wasn't fun for the.
No, it wasn't.
It kept yanking me around.
Yeah, it's I've seen people use it effectively, although it's hard to tell whether or not they plan to use it effectively. So, I've seen people like harpoon somebody and like just dual cannonade them. So
Yeah.
it's like you're not getting away. Yeah.
Is there gonna like when you harpoon someone, is there gonna be like an animation of actually seeing like the harpoon and rope?
Yeah, you can actually. It's already in the game.
Really?
Yeah, we just haven't noticed.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
not a whole lot
it's
to
definitely
use
there. It's this giant rope that is tethering two ships together.
Yeah, because it also does like electrical damage as long as it's harpooned. Now,
Yeah, in theory, it's supposed to. I think it's supposed to do damage over time, frankly.
yeah. Now, is that since we haven't really encountered the harpoon much? Is it a thing where once you hit, it sticks, or is there like a way where the harpooned ship can like get it out?
As I understand it, there's a tension level that it tries to calculate
Mm-hmm.
before the rope snaps. So once you're hit, you are stuck until you can break free. Basically, there's
Should,
no way to
should
remove
like the captain get like a bar showing how much tension there is on the line?
Probably. These are things that
So we know.
probably be aware.
You know, like, it would be nice if we know that there's something attached to our ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Yes,
up?
you've been harpooned. It's tricky. I mean, part of the game really does revolve around not knowing all the details. Like that's part of the design of the game. Is, for instance, you know, people say, "How come it's so hard to spot the enemy balloons? Why don't you just have a little marker indicating where they are?" Because that's
Right.
not the point, right?
Yeah.
And the harpoon is kind of the same way. There probably should be some sort of indicator. It won't be like a number or a bar. It'll probably be like a color. Like
Yeah,
you know,
like-
you've been harpooned.
Yeah, like when the engines go down or something.
Yeah,
You see
you've
the
been
little
harpooned.
icon.
Your harpoon, you know, the harpoon is at maximum tension. So break free now, whatever.
Yeah. How do y'all plan to balance that out? Because if a galleon harpoons a squid and the tension is kind of high, the galleon could just drag around the squid.
You know, I mean, I think that's a valid strategy, frankly, is to put a harpoon on that side gun for the galleon. And
Yeah.
harpoon a small ship and just be like, and now you're not getting away. Yeah, I mean,
Like,
the balance is really that. Try shooting the harpoon and hitting with it.
yeah, okay.
Not easy.
So the way you balance that out is just you have to have the skill to hit it.
Yeah, it's not an easy maneuver, and
Hey Doug, just think of it as a jet plane that's tethered to a tuk-tuk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and also I suppose the squid should have the speed to break that line pretty quick.
Yeah, especially with the kerosene and the moonshine.
It's gas, right?
Yeah.
It'll snap if it's working as intended, which it might not be. It's one of the items that really needs a little bit more testing. So feel free.
Yeah, that moonshine's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Y'all plan to nerf the damage done to the entrance? Because right now it's kind of almost useless. The moonshine, or not worth it. I wouldn't say useless, but not worth it.
Moonshine is a new item; it just introduced. So yeah, I mean, obviously everything's going to change a little bit as we move forward. Yeah, moonshine is a brand new item. There's a whole bunch of brand new equipment items this round. So.
I do like the idea of having something more powerful than the kerosene, but more damaging. But right now, it just does way too much damage to be useful.
Yeah, I would agree with you. It's just a little bit over the top, but that's why I stick to kerosene.
Yeah.
Get her going.
All right, I was gonna ask. The way some of the games go is that we cannot tell who the enemy is. Is there a way we can have like a big indicator to tell which one is our ally?
It's more so with the goldfishes because their balloon is already red. So
the spyglass tags enemies.
Yeah, but I mean
you won't. So the short answer is, if you spyglass somebody and it doesn't flag them as an enemy, they're your friend. That's the way we're doing it right now.
The time where it's hardest is where okay, you take down the enemy. Like I said, it's mainly with goldfish. Like you take down the enemy goldfish and you're fighting another enemy, and then another if you have a goldfish as an ally, and you look real quick and you see a goldfish, and then sometimes the spyglass doesn't work, or sometimes it gets bugged and I can't tag them.
Well, that's
it's a whole bug.
But we are working on a little bit the balance in terms of friend from foe detection. It is easier than it was, I can say that, but we may make it easier still, and certainly we're aware the goldfish is kind of hard to spot what team it's on. They all look alike, whereas the squid is very easy.
The squid and the junkie and the galleon.
Yeah, so we'll probably figure out a way to make the goldfish a lot easier to decipher which team it's on.
What you probably could do is just have the balloon color change depending on what side it's on.
Yeah, probably not actually change the color, but rather the tinting on it, so it's
it's slightly different.
Yeah, it's a rusty red or a rusty blue.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I agree with you. It is very hard to detect a goldfish.
Okay, I also have a question on the death matches. Would there be a feature where you can choose how many kills you can go up to per map? Because currently right now the dunes is at 5 and the water hazard is at 7.
I don't see in the near future. Well,
do you mean customized matches?
Let me rephrase that.
Yeah, customize the match. So a team can
we
get
did talk about custom matches and doing it that way. If we implement a custom match system, which is still, it's on the table for something to do, especially in relation to the sort of tournament mode. Then yes, you'd be able to set the kill count. Otherwise, for pickup games, no. Like for the standard games.
Like you just go to quick match or something like that.
Yeah, all those are gonna be set in stone.
Okay.
Otherwise, we want to make the process of joining the game as quick and streamlined as possible. That's the reason. So we don't want, on purpose, we don't want the captains to have too many options to flip through and argue over and spend more time in the lobby trying to come to some sort of agreement to get into the game.